Our correspondent Kevin McAlsee is in Washington. I spoke to him just minutes ago at the end of an extraordinary day.
Yeah, it's been truly dizzying, this administration, since it first crashed onto the scene. It feels like we're months into the Trump presidency era when, in fact, we've just begun the second week. And here we have Monday evening in Washington, D.C., this announcement that Donald Trump has fired the acting US Attorney General Sally Yates. So another big shake-up, the top US prosecutor being knocked off from her position and replaced a new acting US Attorney General already sworn in. And on top of that, he still needs to get the confirmation of the man who will be his permanent US Attorney General, Jeff Sessions.
I'm just looking, Kevin, at the statement out of the White House. It says that Sally Yates has betrayed the Department of Justice by refusing to enforce a legal order designed to protect the citizens of the United States. Of course, she would say she said it explicitly, it's not a legal order. It's at total variance with our Constitution, and I can't enforce it.
Yes, I mean, what she actually didn't do was come out with any specifics. You know, she didn't identify aspects of that order that in particular she was concerned about. But what she hinted at certainly was that there was ambiguity and therefore there was doubt. And whether or not she could, as you know, the top US prosecutor, the head of the DOJ, in good conscience, ask her lawyers to go into court to defend this executive action of Donald Trump. Of course, that's no longer a problem because he's fired her, and he sounds like he's put a man in place. I think Dana Boente. He's going to take the job, and he's already said that he's going to carry out the duties of office to the letter. So, you know, it sounds like Mr. Trump, who is the subject of several legal challenges already over this controversial executive action, this travel ban, will get his representation in court if it comes to that.
Yeah, it's extraordinary, isn't it? So Washington State is suing him. Lots of people are suing him, but Washington State is mounting what looks like a singularly dedicated and resolute case against him. The acting Attorney General, Sally Yates, has been fired. He's appointed somebody from Virginia that it strikes me that hardly one's even heard of, although he promises to do what he's told, this guy. And as you say, we're only just a week into the Trump presidency. Of course, Trump and his people are saying, hold on a sec, Sally Yates was an Obama appointment. She was playing partisan politics. Is that a fair cop? Well,
she was an Obama appointee, but she was also someone who was held in very high regard, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you will be treated with the sort of respect that perhaps you would have had under previous administrations. And this has been a big issue in this Trump administration, has been this failure to sort of carry out these inter-agencies checks and balances. You know, even his choice for Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, we understand, AP were reporting that he was baffled as to why he wasn't actually approached and consulted on this executive action before Donald Trump took pen to paper and wielded his executive authority and brought about, you know, these nationwide protests that have since spread internationally to condemn this ban against these 7 Muslim majority countries, and of course refugees coming in altogether, perhaps indefinitely, for Syrians.
Kevin, one final question, and it has to be a quick one because I know you've got to go elsewhere, but if we look at the division, the people who are strongly speaking out against Trump, there is still a sense that their politics and their allegiances are Democrat. In other words, is anyone who voted for Trump scratching their head now and thinking, what the hell is this man up to?
I think you'll always find them on both sides, but you know, there was a poll out earlier today that actually said 48% of people appreciate the policy, this immigration order policy that Donald Trump has brought in. So maybe that gives you an idea of where people stand on the issue. But Donald Trump campaigned on this. This was a promise. He said from the very start he was going to vet Muslims. In fact, before he went on to say he would be rolling out extreme vetting, he suggested he would ban all Muslims. I mean, he climbed down from that originally, but this was something he promised. So he is turning his campaign rhetoric into reality, and he's doing it within the first fortnight of his administration.
That's Kevin McAlsee speaking from Washington.